to Gaming and Tech HQ. Now today we're playing Stormboy the game, so let's get into it.
So it's based on a book, and I have to say, the animation looks so good, it looks like a film, doesn't it? It's really quite nice from this bit. Is that a stalk up there?
I think there is a 2017 film of the game as well.
Oh,
so there's
okay.
a book and a film, and then there's this game by Bloodfish Studios.
So I wonder if the images are based on the film, or... No, that's not a stalk, is it? We've got one of the legs.
Pelican.
Is it pelican? Okay.
Let's get into it.
Stormboy lived with Hideaway Tom, his father.
Okay, let's walk.
Years before, when Stormboy's mother had died, he'd left Adelaide and got to live by the sea. The only other man who lived anywhere near them was Fingerbone Bill the Aboriginal. At first, Hideaway was afraid that Stormboy would get lost and... it goes a bit fast. One day he found a big piece of timber lined with driftwood on the beach. We're going to find some bit of wood then. Oh yeah, look, here we are. There, said Hideaway. Now you'll always have a lookout post. You'll be able to see it far up the beach and you won't get lost. It's quite nice, isn't it?
So we've got all this introduction. Let's
Some
carry on.
distance from the place where Hideaway and Fingerbone had built their hoppies, the whole stretch of the Crong and the land around it had been turned into a sanctuary. Oh, like a bird sanctuary. Look, you can see one up there. Like a cormorant or something. In the early morning, the tall birds stood up and clapped and cheered the rising sun.
I do really like the graphics on
I know,
this.
that's lovely, isn't it? I'm not convinced that they are clapping the rising sun. Stormboy felt the excitement and wonder of it. He often sat on the shore all day with his knees up and his chin cupped in his hands. Sometimes he wished he'd been born an ibis or a pelican.
So presumably
That's the
birds
ibis
are
thing.
pelicans.
Daydreams like these can last as long as you like. Is that an indication that we can just kind of float around a bit until we get fed up of it?
Oh, I like this. I like the game mechanics in this game. They're really nice.
It is nice, isn't it? See what you can do. Loop the loop.
Can I go under the water? That's what I want to know.
Will it let you go down anymore?
It doesn't seem to.
Maybe it doesn't do that. I wish I knew if it was an ibis or an ibis. Maybe they don't do it though. Maybe they're like a wading bird or something.
Okay, I've done that. Brilliant.
Stormboy felt the excitement and wonder of it. He often said, "Oh yeah, I've done that." Yeah. So he's meeting someone. Is that his dad? Yeah. His father's voice roused him, and he ran down to the beach to help dig up a bag full of big cockles for their own tea. There he is. Look, he's got the cockles. Do you want to have a look?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but presumably you have to dig up the cockles. There we go.
Let's go dig up some cockles.
100 cockles is the limit per person. Find as many as you can. Do you have to just click on the ground?
That's what I'm wondering. How do you dig?
Oh, there was a sound there, like you were digging. Don't stop moving around a sec and just...
Oh, it was a question mark.
Look for bubbles to find cockles. Click on the bubbles repeatedly to unearth cockles, then click again to collect. Okay. Right now I can't... It's not a bubble. Keep moving around and we'll look for things that look more obviously like bubbles.
So that's like the water. And then where are the bubbles?
I'm not seeing any bubbles.
It doesn't mean those, does it?
No, they're a bit regular. They just look like kind of salty marks left by the tide going out. Is our screen resolution just a bit poor?
No! I can't see the bubbles. What does it mean by bubbles?
Well, presumably what happens is the mollusk is underground and it lets out some air or something like that and it causes a kind of bloop. Like there'll be a tiny hole or, a pop of a bubble. Can you zoom in on it or is this it?
Can't zoom in, no. Is that a bubble?
I would think they're tiny.
Yeah. I'm staring right at the sand, staring right in.
Our voices might get louder because we're so close.
You're on the wrong side for the mic, Dad.
Oh,
It's
okay.
there.
Now, should we just carry on?
Well, carry on. I can't see any bubbles. I don't know why.
No, we're missing the point a bit there, I think.
I think we don't know what the bubbles look like.
When Stormboy went walking along the beach or over the sand hills or in the sanctuary, the birds were not afraid. They knew he was a friend.
Hello there.
Hello, Mrs. Penguin, said Stormboy each day. How are your bits of thistledown today?
What's thistledown?
Some kind of weed or something, I should think. He gets surprised if they talk back. But I missed that. But sometimes Stormboy saw things that made him sad. In spite of the warnings and notices, people hurt the birds.
Oh, are we going to,
One morning, Stormboy found everything in uproar and confusion.
we're going to make a, what do you call it? when you fight.
He heard a faint rustling and
rising.
crying, and there under the sticks and grass of the broken nest were 3 tiny pelicans still alive.
Hello.
Oh, is their mum being killed or something? I'm not sure you're supposed to pick them up, but anyway, go on, carry on.
Are we going to raise the pelicans?
Maybe, Stormboy picked them up carefully and hurried back with them. Hurried back where with them? Oh? 2 of the baby pelicans were fairly strong, but the third was desperately sick. It was 3 days before the baby pelican was well enough to sit up and ask for food. I suspect this is kind of like an abbreviated version of what's happening in the book. And that was how Mr. Proud, Mr. Ponder, and Mr. Purcell came to live with Stormboy.
So is that their names?
Yeah, presumably because they begin with P, like pelican. Greedy pelicans will just keep eating fish. Do you want to click on the question mark to see what we do?
Oh, we give them these fish.
Oh, have you got to throw them a bit more? You just seem to be dropping them at the moment.
Yeah, probably. Question mark.
Throw the fish to feed the hungry pelicans, Mr. River. Click and hold the left mouse button to pick up the fish. Flick the mouse while letting go. Okay.
Like that?
Like that, but with a better aim. Can I have a go?
Yeah, you have a go, Dad. See what you can do.
I'm not convinced I'll be any better. I'll try one of the ones that's nearer. Oh, I don't work very well. Hang on.
Come on, pelicans, aren't you hungry? Oh, there we go.
You got one.
In.
Let's get one to this one now. Oh. Try opening your mouth when I'm near. Oh,
there we go.
Excellent. Right, let's try
Sorry
that
for the
far
one at the back, but you're a bit far away for our aim.
It's a tricky thing to do. Oh, that went miles
That
past
went too far, Dad. That went too far.
Oh, he got that one. I didn't mean it. Oh, sorry, guy at the back. I'm not doing very well with you.
No, you'll have to be left till later, Mr. Ponder or Pinder or whatever you're called.
I don't know which one he is. To be honest, if I was a pelican and I was hungry for fish, I'd be going
I
for
would
those
be
ones that have
coming
gone
right to
past
the
you.
bucket.
Yeah.
Eating them out of the
Well,
bucket.
here's one. They can eat them out of the bucket, or when I throw them and they just miss and land on the sand, they could just go after them and pick them up.
I think we'll have to come back to that.
Yeah. At last, Hideaway spoke sternly to Stormboy. Mr. Crown, Mr. Ponder, Mr. Percival will have to go back to the sanctuary where they came from. We just can't afford to feed them anymore. It's all that fish. He's looking sad now. Hence the long shadows.
Bye then, guy in the hat.
Time for respectable pelicans to get their own breakfast, Hideaway grumbled, instead of begging from their friends. As time went on, he really meant what he said. Well, it's kind of true. As they get older, they've got to learn to fend for themselves a bit, haven't they? But they are a bit young at the moment. Stormboy was sad, but he always knew when his father had made up his mind. Yes, Dad, he said. See, dads are always right.
Let's go, let's go.
Well, he doesn't say he was right, he just says he made up his mind. Hideaway sailed for 5 miles up the sanctuary before he stopped the boat. Off you go, he said. Now you'll have to look after yourselves.
Have our pelicans left us? With a twist, we will find them again.
Well, presumably. Hideaway and Stormboy spent the day fishing. It was fine and sunny, but somehow it seemed cold. I think that's because he's sad. He's getting chills. Mr. Percival is Mr. Percival. Mr. Percival has come back home. He's grown big, hasn't he?
Hello, huge pelican. If we have to feed him more fish.
I hope the other two were alright and didn't just die. Well, he's following at least. Ever since the miracle of Mr. Percival's rescue, he had been Stormboy's favourite. And even behind them, Stormboy often had fun on the beach with Mr. Percival. I wonder why it's called Stormboy.
Oh, it's a raft.
Maybe he's going to save our lives in a storm. Try swimming in different places to see what it's like underwater. Do you want to look at the instructions? Oh, there we go.
Oh, this is nice.
It is good. I like the weeds moving around. That's quite cool. And the ones that go kind of in front of you.
Hello, fishy.
He's a good swimmer. He's good at holding his breath.
Come on, Mr. Percival. Let's go.
The animation is really nice. Hey, what's that for? So it's basically like a story, and as you go along, you have kind of little games to play, mini games. Come on, find out what we have to do. Presumably, we have to draw a picture of something. I think you might have worked it out. Have we got to draw a picture of the sea? It's you! Oh, with your wonky eyes and blob on the side of your head. Oh, you can wash it off.
I've got what I want to draw.
It's not going to be a house, is it?
Sub.
I don't think that's the kind of thing they expect you to draw. Can I have a go?
Subscribe to us, everybody!
I'm going to try and draw... Well, you tell me what I'm drawing. See if you can guess. Oh.
You're drawing a pelican.
Yeah, how did you guess? Little feet. A smiley beak. And a wing!
Now that one has to be left there.
Mr. Percival. Whenever he threw the ball, or a smooth pebble, or a sea urchin, or an old fishing reel, Mr. Percival snapped it up and brought it back. Good old
Thanks,
Mr. Percival. Oh, look, it's a ball.
We're going to throw balls for Mr. Percival.
Play fetch with Mr. Percival for as long as you like. Let's do it for the next 3 hours.
Oh, and go in the water, Mr. Percival. Get the ball for us. Brilliant. Thanks. Bring it back. I want my ball.
Can you throw it a bit less far this time?
Here.
Go on then. Presumably it's a bit like the fish. It's just kind of, oh, is that it? Mr. Percival's going to be disappointed. Let's play a game of catch. I mean, one game of catch. If Stormboy went swimming or sliding down sand hills or playing on the sand, Mr. Percival found a good spot nearby and perched there heavily to watch and wait until it was over.
Let's carry on then.
Up that hill. Oh, what's this? Oh, is he going to slide on it? With Mr. Percival watching heavily.
Slide for as long as you like and Mr. Percival will see you on the beach.
I'd say this is a big hill.
Can we just literally slide down it for as long as we like?
Yep, it's like Temple Run. It's in a loop. You can just slide forever. Except in Temple Run you die. In this, presumably, you just crash through bushes.
Is there any water anywhere?
No. Mr. Percival's just going to meet us on the beach.
Seems
I don't know how he knows
where
we're going to end up. We seem to be going for miles.
I keep seeing the same bits again.
That's your imagination. It's just a big beach. Oh! Yeah, I see what you mean.
Can I go back up?
Well, like sledging uphill.
Yes.
I think it's a bit unlikely.
I do love the graphics.
Do you always go diagonally? Can you kind of shift it so you're just going straight down? Oh yeah, look at that. Hey, it says slide for as long as you like.
That's as long as I like.
Okay. Exactly that. 2 seconds before you wouldn't like it anymore. One day as Hideaway was watching them play, he had an idea. If he can bring things back to you, perhaps he can carry things away too. Well, like clearing up rubbish and stuff. It was the year of the great storms. They began in May, even before the winter had started. In the darkness of early morning, Storm... Oh!
It's gone. It left us.
Look at them, Stormboy yelled. We must help them. They'll be drowned. Oh, okay, so like a ship in trouble. How are you going to do that? How can we help, said his father? We can't throw a line, it's too far. Maybe the pelican can take a line out. Tied to a ball, Stormboy gave a great shout. Mr. Percival is the one to do it. He can fly.
Okay, go on,
Mr. Percival needs to fly over the sailor's boat to give him a rope. Missed.
What?
I don't get what you're doing wrong here. Don't you just need to split the boat and point to it?
Do I need to use the arrows?
Look at the question mark thing.
Let me...
Oh.
I'm not sure because I haven't got long
let me
enough
have
to
a
get
go.
the question mark to appear.
Between them all, they slowly hauled the captain ashore and dragged him pale and half drowned onto the beach. Saved, he kept saying weakly. Saved by a miracle and a pelican. You're a big, wonderful bird, he said. He looked up at Hideaway. When he dies, you must send him to the museum. We'll put a label on the case. The pelican that saved 6 men's lives. Oh, 6 of them. That's pretty impressive.
Okay, well, thank you all for watching today. I think we're going to end the video here. If you liked the video, maybe we'll make another one on Stormboy.
Yeah, I rather like this.
Anyway, thank you for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.
See you soon.